Dolphins get set to match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Wait, that Alabama 380. 450.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brady going to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Patriots.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66.
To throw again. Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's
How many times have we seen that? Third down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Brady to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Dre. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Brady now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wait, 20. Right there in the middle.
First down, here's White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Michelle, and not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Wait, set. 380. 55. Squeeze, double. He's coming. Wait, 28.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. 36. Hey, alert.
They run it with Balaj. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 58 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Rosen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
80. Watch twins.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. These two teams all tied after one. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson snags it left side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Lawrence Guy in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Brady. Oh, what a catch by Edelman. A gain there of 30 big ones.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
You got tape. You got tape. Sugar.
Now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Rosen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. To try again after the sack. Rosen, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground is Michel, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. He sets to fire deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw again on second down. Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Check 4, check 4. Jam.
Now Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch Mike. There's a party now. Hey, Echo. Mike 52. Drop deep.
Rosen will throw. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Brady. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to...
Now White lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Rush in! Rush in! Rush in! Hug! Hey, Haywood!
And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 18.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. I got one. Let's go. Hey, we got a quarter. 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check. Fresno.
Milage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
52's the mark, boys. 52. All day, dog. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
First down, New England.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, 50.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Thomas, the 9-year vet. Of course, all those great seasons with Denver. 5 straight 1,000-yard campaigns in Denver. Dealt to Houston at the trade deadline last year, and now trying to work his way back off an Achilles tear. And if healthy, he can certainly be a big asset for Tom Brady. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Brady's throw there complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That throw by Brady incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, Alabama.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots get a score closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Come on, fellas. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Alert.
They'll run here with Blanche. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Mike, 53. Mike. Switch up.
On 3rd down, Rosen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Throwing again. Brady. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Here we go. Rip. 72.
Shotgun now for Brady. He hits White, complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike.
To throw again. Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
72. Hey, check it.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Hug. SOS. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
180. All day, just like that.
A play fake to Balaj, now Rosen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard
Let's go,
line.
boys. Let's go.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's White, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it brings up 3rd down.
29. Alpha.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come
Brady going to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
1st down, Patriots.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Rex Burkhead, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will get him 1 closer. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's complete to Parker, left side. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 35. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Again, it's Balaj. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Bulldozes past him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.